If anybody heard that?
Currently, it's the MyCore,
Are you still using the MyCore?
as far as I know.
Yep,
Yeah,
my core and a few extra little circuit boards in it.
Okay, I thought you said something about Bridgecom or something. I missed that conversation. I missed the point of it. So,
Okay.
sorry about
Great.
that.
Oh, no problem. Okay, motion to accept Dick and Carl's report.
I motion to accept. Second.
Okay, and with that, we're gonna go over to Dave with the membership committee report.
There were no changes since the last meeting, so we're currently at 58 members. And I believe didn't bring votes, but I think just last night put on that report that the current website is 14,705.
Well, we have an extra one, 14,706.
And I didn't bring that, but it's maybe higher than that today.
I'm sure it is, because everybody wants to do that.
And if anybody's listening, you go to YouTube, you can search for 220 megahertz guys, and you'll find the live stream of this meeting. So,
Well, cool.
Are there any questions for my report?
Okay.
Somebody want to make a motion?
Motion to accept Dave's report. Kelvin?
Nice.
Scott? And George is not here. So we'll go over to Kelvin for the field day report.
Hello, everybody. You all right?
You guys, are you guys hearing us?
Okay.
I can hear you fine.
Okay, you may need to speak up a little bit, Kelvin.
Okay, how's that? All right, so as you all know, okay, I feel that this year got, watch out for tornado threatening and all that stuff. So safety first. But however, club is possibly interested on return to Bourbon.
I don't know how to avoid that.
Is that feedback?
Yeah, I don't know how to avoid it.
Okay, I'm not speaking in a moment. All right, club is possibly interested in return to Bourbon Lake sometime possibly before the end of the year, around September or October. So say I'm gonna look up to see how late how late but I had internet yesterday and well, we all know what happened after I had I'll look up, okay, I'll look all that stuff I'll do it today, and I'll get the report over, and we'll see what happens. If we do get to go back there, we'll set up, and our club is celebrating the 10th year anniversary in November. So we like to do well. I like to see the club do a special event station at current Bourbon Hills. Basically, that's it. I'd like us to try to plan it so that we get as many to participate as possible. And we know you always do. Question.
That is, would fall under, I'm assuming this falls under the field day committee, since it is a sidebar to field day because it was canceled. Are we maintaining the same committee?
All right. You know what I always say, if they broke, don't fix it. Like it.
Sure.
Basically, that's all I have. If anybody has any questions.
Look,
Accept Kelvin's report.
I'll second. Okay, we'll go over to Steve for the vice president and net coordinators report.
Well, all of the movements, normal. We'll pick up anywhere. And, next, before, again, I would like to thank Scott for filling in for me. He did an excellent job there. We always look for new net control office. If somebody just wants to pop in and take a net one day. Oh, what do you do? Oh, it's pretty easy. You can try sometimes.
Is there a script or something that you can use with that?
And also, our new nets that are on the air now, every other Sunday, we have the Elmer net, purchase of our very own Carl. And he's doing an excellent job. He's got a lot of people interested. People are really warming up to it. And I think he's doing an excellent job as well.
Mm-hmm.
And the maintenance net. All right. So, you know, we are unconventional club and we do unconventional things and it's working for us. So we're just gonna keep on doing what we're doing. So that's about it. Questions?
Yeah. Well, you know, considering, we might have to send all our next scripts and everything, to a certain point for their approval for what? Okay.
Oh, yeah. There's that.
We wouldn't want to offend anyone.
Right, we want to too late.
And
Should we discuss it?
No.
Yeah, all right.
Talk to me after the meeting.
yes. I think that's about all.
Oh, and that's off the record.
Well, now,
It's all right. It's all right. That's all I got.
Okay, any questions for Steve? Okay. Dave, motions to accept?
Second.
Okay, and with that, we move over to me for the website report. Not much to say, everything's going along pretty well. If anybody finds anything that they might want to add or has any ideas for the website, I'm always open, so just let me know on that. We've got a lot going on with the Swap and Shop. I know Carl says that just had to remove his items on the page, and he's working on giving me another list for that, but we've got a lot of things on there. And other than that, I don't have much else to say. It's it kind of works for itself after a while, and I'm trying to keep the calendar up to date. I'm trying to get back into the habit of keeping everything that we do, including all of our nets. I want to start putting those on there as well, so people can just go to the website and see, oh, this weekend is Steve's net on Sunday, or it's Carl's net. And so everybody will know ahead of time, and they can kind of plan their time around that. But other than that, everything's going good. And if anybody has any questions? Carl?
Wondering if it would be possible to put a link to a resource. Yeah. The reason I'm asking is more I really want this. One of the things. I feel like I could be adding something out there for everybody to look at after all the time. Last weekend I brought up about this. Be nice to have that. Hey, what do I like to play on the links to you guys? Anyway. I'm gonna put, chart up the legal law. Little things that I thought maybe we could put in a resource, maybe something that. If I mention something on that, he doesn't, yeah, doesn't matter, we could refer everybody to, hey, you got that, what page, what page, and. Well, it's another problem, especially in that right now. Now, everybody, the neutral him. So they, going out and say, tomorrow, that was 87. We could get this information. I can think of well, I don't know if it's possible.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's easy to do.
I don't know, we send everything to Dick or send, you or whatever. just to get it.
Either one,
I have the handouts from Antenna Bob up there.
yeah, there is kind of a page
Yeah,
for
so we
that.
could do that.
Well, it's part of the presentation.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if you want to classify it as, rename that to.
Yeah, let's take a look, because it'd be nice to be able to have something so you can add things to it and so that they're searchable.
Mhm.
You know, so, yeah, I mean, if you don't hear anything about it in a couple of days, would you rattle my cage, Laura?
Yes.
You know, that's a great idea. Like, Carl does that, everything that everything he talks about, or somebody further information, further, go to the website. That's
Yeah, I really love that idea.
And Steve could come up with all kinds of recipes. In charge of food all the time. There you go. There you go. But no cornbread. Cornbread
Everybody,
is banned. We call it, Steve, we'll call it what's.
Oh,
We'll put all
I
the.
can't hear a thing. Only one I can hear is Laura.
all right. Any questions for me? All right, very good. I like that. I love that idea, actually. All right.
President, if you want to
Yeah.
All right, thank you so much. All right, and finally, the president's report. This is technically my very first live in-person meeting here at the church, so this is kind of nice, and I'm glad everybody was able to be here for it. Technically, this would also be more than my halfway point through my first year, and even though it's been pretty light because of COVID and everything. So, I'd like to think that hopefully we're all moving the club in the right direction. We're getting out and doing things and planning stuff, and everybody likes the outdoor activities a lot, and it's better with the COVID as well. So that works out very well for us. I was half thinking maybe next month since we don't know which direction the numbers are going with the COVID, maybe next month we might do an outdoor meeting instead, and see if everybody is in for that kind of thing. I think we all like to go into the outdoor ones anyway while the weather is good, and we can get out and play radios. So there's that. And other than that, if anybody ever needs to, anybody has any ideas and at any time or has a question, I'm always open for calls and stuff, or emails, anything, text me, anything. So I just want to put that out there, and I just look forward to where we're going to go in the future. I think we've got a lot of things planned and a lot of things progressing in a real good direction. So that's it for me. Any questions?
motion to accept all, non-president report.
Okay, and with that, we go into old business. You you want to use this for looking, for bringing out stuff up? I know we talked about, in the board meeting yesterday, we talked about, oh, actually, yeah, you're right, we had nothing in the under old business. If anybody else has any old business, okay, no old business. All right, then let's go over to new business where we actually had some things there. Dick, do you want to talk about the change with BE testing going forward?
Oh, yeah, we have, since COVID settled down a little bit, we've only had one real candidate, that was our friend Brandy. And we've still been doing, since throughout July, we've been doing first, third, and fifth, and no one's been coming. So I'm suggesting that it's a little bit of extra work to send something in with no candidates and embarrassing. I'm suggesting that we go to the first Saturday until things pick up a little. If people are interested, and that's what we'll advertise, if people are, if there's interest, if Steve usually contact, we can actually do a session sort of ad hoc most any Saturday if the first Saturday is inconvenient. But on the Laurel site and then the ARL site, I'll change those to be first Monday, first Saturday.
Okay.
Since I'm retired, the days they're all the same.
Yeah, that happens.
Except for Sunday. I can tell when it's Sunday because the comics are longer.
Okay, very good. Let's see. Oh, this fall, we've got the directors elections coming up in October and November. So what we're going to do is just put it out there. If anybody has any interest in becoming a director, to think it over, and from October we'll see who wants to throw their ring or their hat into the ring. There we go, and prepare for elections then in November. So we just wanted to make sure everybody was aware. And then, as Kelvin pointed out, we've got our 10-year anniversary come November 18th. And we're trying to come up with some ideas. We were half thinking to maybe also run a contest if there's any interest, to see if somebody wants to create maybe a special QSL card for the club for marking the 10-year anniversary, or a logo perhaps to commemorate the 10-year of the club. Just throwing out spitballing ideas in that regard. So if people want to think that over, if anybody has any ideas, we can discuss further. And I think that's all I've got for new business. Anybody else have anything for new business?
Motion.
Oh, motion.
Yeah. On the 25th of June, is my understanding, I wasn't with the club at the time, but the club unfortunately experienced our first silent key. And our first silent key became a silent key at Urbanite, at Field Day site. And I motion that the 25th of June every year be observed as Silent Key Day.
Okay, let's do this in two parts. Everybody here live at the meeting, we'll take a vote, and then we'll go to the people on Zoom and we'll have everybody raise their hands. So everybody here at the meeting, at the church, if you agree with the motion, please raise your hand. Okay, we've got everybody. And now we'll go over to the people on Zoom. And if you also agree with the making.
Where you doing?
Oh, are we? Okay.
Well, let's just raise this hand up. Outstanding call.
I agree, I agree.
Yeah.
My hand. I just gave
All right.
it,
That worked out well.
yeah, I
Thank
did.
you.
Okay. All right, and if that's everything, then,
Winter Field Day.
oh, right, we also discussed, yesterday at the meeting that, we announced that, John BYW will be, returning to his post as, the, head of the Winter Field Day Committee this
Yeah.
year. Thank you, Paul. And, so, with that, I'll let him, give a little talk here and,
Yeah, real quick, I know we're pressed for time. We're gonna try to get the same cabin or maybe the other cabin that we had for Winter Field Day 2020. Since normally I talk to Arnold Randall and Tony Preckwinkle at the Rendezvous, which is in September. They canceled that, so I'm gonna try to get a hold of them by phone and see if maybe we can slide in for a meeting or whatever and see if they can accommodate us. in that. Arnold Randall, who is the general superintendent of Forest Reserve District, has been very accommodating for us. And I mean, when I talked to him at the Rendezvous a couple of years ago, his office called me and wanted to know what did the Forest Reserve District do for us, and I think that was pretty cool. Yeah, and there was no political schmoozing going on. I mean, this was, you know, just I gave him a pamphlet with my phone number on it, and well, Freckles got one too. I'm surprised she hasn't got it. But you know, yeah. And so that was pretty good. However, we don't know what the situation is going to be. So nobody knows what the situation is going to be. If they're going to close camping like they did originally last year, then we're obviously what we're going to put forth is going to be no. But either way, I think we should plan for it. If it doesn't work out and the Forest Reserve District once again decides they're not going to allow indoor camping, and I would understand. They will do it as we did last year or this year. You know, at remote sites and figure it out from there. But that's what I got. And the question is the Winter Field Day Association going to allow operating like they did last year at remote locations? And the ARRL was wise enough to have it where you can still operate under the COVID rule modifications. We don't know if Winter Field Day is considering that yet. It's a little too early to tell. But and as we know, Winter Field Day it's historically, since we've been doing it, the largest attended event the club does. Just because it's Winter Field. And they net coordinator and net, we don't have a net coordinator, net controller. And why wouldn't you? Yeah. You get stuff. But anyhow, that's what we getting a hold of the county people so we can go. Otherwise, the process of running the cabins is really a crapshoot. Yeah. That's all I.
okay. And on that note, does anybody have any questions further for John? Okay. All right, no more new business, no more old business, fine business.
My motion.
There you go. John motions to close up the meeting. Here we go. Dave second. And we are closed. There you go. For now, everybody, we're still waiting for Tim from DX Engineering to link in with us. So everybody just kind of relax, get your coffee ready, a little snack or something, and prepare for our presentation.
Hey, John, how's HF treating you? Let some of this run, man. Let it run. Let it run.
Yeah, 1:30.
Yeah, when are you retiring? Bob?
Yeah, 1:30. 1:30.
I wonder why I waited so long. Let it go. I can't go back there. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
I know it works because I had it over here.
Oh, yeah, everybody was supposed to bring some facts. I couldn't even get down the street. Everybody, they had streets blocked off. Everybody's getting, well, the parade doesn't go to that far, but you think everybody's behind donuts to take it. I didn't even get it, so.
Look great. Well, I was part of that for years. That's huge.
Yes. I wouldn't be out there. Big crowds, gatherings. That's my.
Well, that's what it is. Yeah. I'm a lot better parade to go to the south side area parade. Okay. Oh. They had more arrests than the people taking the hospital from Southside Irish Parade. It was insane. They canceled it for a couple of years.
I rode the Metro train on the day of that parade.
Oh,
You couldn't, I mean, they didn't even attempt to walk through the cars to collect fares. It was so crowded. And of course, you don't start drinking at the parade.
no,
You gotta
it would
prepare.
start every morning. Now, we're at 56th in Narragansett where I retired out of. We usually, they had the red light camera at Archer in Narragansett. Guaranteed the morning of the Southside Irish Parade, you're gonna get at least one accident at that. And it's usually like right at 7:30. And they're already lit and wearing their tall green and white cap and Irish, you know, and it's like, wow. And I don't know about you. It was a Saturday tradition on the fire department. I never had one, we had this. Yeah, it's just, you know, the only good thing about working here is that you get money cash out of it. And that's good. But here, let's just. If you took the cornfield
He's a man.
and then put it like in a meter around people, how you guys say, yeah. It sucks.
I'm gonna still be here. Okay, we'll see. Okay. So, that's what
We, listen. I'll have to contact, have to bring this up tonight on the net.
Oh.
Kevin, WW0SC, when you sign in for the meeting, you stay at the end of the meeting. That's bullshit. No. Coffee is good. You've got to review.
Yeah, coffee is good.
No, the problem with people's work.
There's the new temporary repeater with Olingo and Bridgecon radio.
Hey Laura, we've got Tim in here. Hey, everyone on site, we have Tim in the Zoom.
Okay. Oh, hello. Tim's here.
Yes, Tim.
What the hell is that?
Hello, Tim.
Hello, Tim.
My name is Laura. I'm the president here of the club. It's very nice to meet you. Let me turn the volume up here.
Oh,
Hi, Laura.
everybody, we,
Presentations.
We're just getting, waiting a couple people to get all settled in here, and then we'll be ready for you. I'd like to introduce Tim Duffy to those who are on the Zoom right now. And then I'll turn it around and introduce you to the rest of the people here live. John, you want to move our chairs over on the side here?
Hey Tim, thanks so much for doing this.
Hi, Brad.
We've got a great setup over here for us. Got a nice big screen that we'll be watching you on. And, okay, what's next to go? Okay, to get things started here, we're very happy to have Tim Duffy here with us. He's going to give us a presentation on grounding and bonding, and looking forward to it. And I'm going to hand it over now to Tim, and we'll get this thing started.
Okay, Laura, can you allow me to share my screen?
Oh, I have to do it.
yeah. We'll hear him okay.
Okay, I'm not host. Are you able to set that up, Dick?
Huh?
Dick, have you got it or?
You-
Okay.
Try to get, so I can talk from here. But, come on. There we go. Okay, hopefully, Tim, you should be able to hear us now.
Okay, Tim, I think you should be able to work it now.
I hear you fine. The problem is the host has disabled the ability of participants to screen share.
Hold on a second. I'll take care of that for you. Unfortunately, I can't read that. I remember where it is, I think, so that's all.
It's under security.
Yeah. Right now, Tim.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry about that.
All right. Thanks very much for having me as your guest this afternoon. And let me know when you see my slides.
Yep.
Yes.
All right, great. We're going to talk about grounding and bonding today. And I want you to understand the difference between grounding and bonding. I'm going to show you some techniques. I'm going to show you how the whole system works. And I'm going to give you some resources as well. So this talk is for just about anybody trying to make your station work better. Maybe you're putting up your first tower or just starting out. Here are some great references. The RRL handbook and antenna book. Also grounding and bonding for the radio amateur. Also lightning protection that Ron Block wrote that is in QST. It's also on the ARRL website. And there's lots of great information at the K9YC website as well. So let's ask this, what is ground anyway? And your safety really depends upon a good ground, and your equipment depends upon the right answer as well. And so it can be a noun, a verb, or an adjective. As a noun, it is the earth connection. It's also a local reference point for your circuits and RF. And it has got some fuzzy definitions to it. RF ground, there really is no such thing as RF ground. There are things such as ground loops. Single point ground, that is an important topic. It's actually a single point bonding area. And remember that the earth is not a magic sink in which you can pour stuff you don't want, RF or lightning into it, and expect it to magically and safely disappear. Bonding is very important, and we're going to focus on bonding. And remember that it is a connection intended to keep two or more points at the same voltage. It sounds expensive, but it isn't. It's not hard to do, but there are methods to it. And it does require the right materials, and it does work in your favor for AC safety, for lightning protection, and for your RF station management. And so for bonding to work, it has to be low impedance, and the conductors have to be short at the frequencies of interest. Heavy enough to carry the expected current, sturdy enough to survive the environment. I like to use strap or heavy wire, preferably number 14 or larger. You want to use tin copper braid, but only indoors. If it is bare copper braid, it will deteriorate quickly because it will oxidize and it will no longer be a good conductor. But wider is better. Make sure that safety first, always. And it is important that all of your AC power wiring is done with under the guise of a professional electrician. It's really, really important to make sure that this is done properly. So AC safety grounding has a couple of different names. It has equipment ground, third wire ground, green wire ground. The purpose is twofold. It provides a path to a common AC point for fault currents, and it also stabilizes the AC power voltage during faults or transients, such as lightning. So here is how our homes are wired, and there's a utility transformer outside. It can be ground mounted or pole mounted, and then there are three conductors that come into your house. One is the neutral, the other two are hot, and then you have the bus where the breakers live. You see that the neutral bus and the ground bus are connected. This is only at the main panel. If you have any sub panels, you do not have that main bonding jumper there between the ground and the neutral. And then the equipment grounding bus is bonded to the metal enclosure. And also there is a connection to a ground rod outside as quickly as possible to an outside ground rod. There's also a ground rod off of the neutral on the utility transformer. Here is ground connections going to the breaker panel. And I like to use the one shown in the middle there. That's an exothermic weld, also known as CAD welding. And then CAD weld that would go to the main breaker box. So here is bonding all of the earth connections together, all the ground rods and connections from any air terminals on the top of the house, etc. Lightning protection is very important. You want to help lightning make good decisions, which means stay out of the house. So you want heavy, low impedance paths to earth. Inductance is more important than resistance. You want low inductance. Paths should be outside of your house, and don't make it easy for lightning to go through your station on its way to the earth. So you do not want to bring lightning into the house. Don't do this. What you should do is have a ground rod off your tower, a ground where the coax comes into the house, several ground rods that connect to the AC power service entry, and making sure that the paths go around your station. Here's proper tower grounding using ground rods and radials. And you want to make sure you bond your feed lines to the tower. Here's a clamp that we make at DX Engineering on the left. Also, if you have vertical antennas, you want to make sure that you have some method of grounding them, such as a spark gap. And single point ground panel, very, very important. Notice that the radio is connected to an RF ground plane. That's a copper plate underneath the radio. Can be aluminum as well. And then there is a connection from the RF ground plane to the single point ground. And so everything connects together. Also, it's important from static discharge and lightning protection to have lightning protectors like this. Here's a single point ground panel where all the coax comes in, and you can see the ground rod right there. Everything is mounted on the copper plate. The small blue items are gas discharge tubes protecting the antenna switch. Single point ground panel, everything on the same area that is at the same potential. And again, you want to have all of your ground connections bonded and bond the equipment within the station. So here is bonding going to all the components in a station, and then the strap to the single point ground panel. Remember that everything in your station is an antenna. And so you have to make sure that everything is properly bonded together. Don't worry about an RF ground, concentrate on bonding. And the idea of bonding is to make sure that you minimize current. This also minimizes audio buzz and hum, reduces sensitivity to how your station is put together. It also reduces RFI from common mode currents, and it eliminates hotspots. You want to keep your cable short, use a bonding bus, minimize the loop area. And here is an RF ground plane underneath the radio and connections to the station ground. All currents will flow on all wires, and you want to make sure that you have a single solid ground system made of short, heavy, direct connections that satisfies the requirements for AC safety, lightning protection, and good clean audio and RF management. Another view of the single point ground panel with all of the amateur radio equipment hooked to an RF bonding bus. Then that bonding bus connects to the single point ground panel. And notice all the grounds from the tower and a bond between the tower and the perimeter ground system. Another view of the bonding bus, connections from the radio, the power supply, the amplifier, all connected to AC safety ground, and then connected to the single point ground panel, the SPGP. There are lots of online resources. The National Fire Protection Association is one of them. Also, the Association of Electrical Inspectors, Mike Holt Enterprises is another good website. Polyphaser has lots of papers, and there's also lots of resources and standards from Motorola and also the FAA and the IEEE, and great online materials from the ARRL. They have lots of resources on their website for grounding and bonding and electrical safety. And also WHAI has a real good website where he explains a lot on ground systems. So that is my presentation, and I'm available for any questions you might have.
If there are questions, the only mic that's working is the one on my laptop here, so tell me and I can repeat the question.
Okay. Anybody here have a question?
It's pretty straightforward.
Yeah,
Very good information, and a lot of it was familiar, some of it was new, and it's always good to reinforce the topics. Scott? Yeah, let me, Tim, how about a field day kind of operations and grounding?
Yeah, field day, it's very important that the generator be connected to a ground rod right beside the generator. And then all of the stations should have a ground. So there should be a connection to ground right outside the tent or the trailer. And then inside, you should have connections, to a bonding bus. So the computer, the radio, the tuner, all of the components should go to a single point ground, which should then be connected to that ground rod.
Good.
Oh, wow.
How about if you don't have a generator?
If you don't have a generator,
You run on battery.
you still should have a ground rod.
Oh, wow.
How deep would you recommend? the
How deep?
ground?
At least 4 feet.
Yeah, I found the DeWalt rotary hammer with the ground rod tool does wonders, and I put in a ground rod once with a sledgehammer, and I'll never do it again. And also the tool that they sell to pull fence posts and signposts
Yes.
are cheap and extremely effective because they're not easy to get out either.
There you go.
Well, you could just mount it further in.
Yeah, you don't want to leave it sticking up 2 inches. It's-
When you go back to field day next year.
No, we could have used one last year, all the lightning around. Holy smokes.
All right, let me swing it over to the people on Zoom now. If anybody has a question, maybe we could come one at a time. Okay. I'm guessing we don't have any questions then? All right, very good. Tim, we certainly appreciate your time today and on this presentation. It was very enlightening.
Well, thank you so much for having me, Laura. You've got a great club. And to those of you who are DX Engineering customers, thank you so much for your business. And if you're not a DX Engineering customer, give us a try. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised at the buying experience. The website is fabulous and we ship very, very fast. So,
Tim?
yes.
Tim, this is John, KD9BYW. I was running a net at midnight And I had a TYT take a crap on me, and I went to your website. I ordered an Elenco DR235, and 3 days later it was on the air. So thank you for getting that to us real quick.
Great. I'm glad that worked out good for you.
Yes.
So Laura, once again, thanks very much. And I wish you and the club lots of good luck.
Thank you so much.
73.
Oh, basically, the stuff that he does is what I do over here. I mean, there's no difference between what I do. I bond, I do all that stuff. I've done that for years. Grounding is very important for every little thing. He's absolutely right. I've always believed in a good ground. I got, those grounding rods he has suspended like that between each other. I got that in the ground. I got 4 8-foot copper rods with heavy gauge wire around them. It's all grounded to one point. Everything is grounded in the same point because you get ground loops. Everything that he says that I do over here, I do everything that he says. I've done that for years. You know, and I tell the guys up on the poles, they're finally getting the lightning arrests for their poles. Never had them over here. Wonder why they get all the fires and stuff like that. And then,
Definitely gonna be good. I say, you don't need to ground on.
heck yeah, you gotta ground everything, man. Ground the heck out of everything. Just ground. I'm a grounder.
Paul, I assume there's no such thing as overgrounding.
No, there isn't.
Branding.
No, there isn't. There's no such thing.
Excellent, excellent.
And I got some of my shack in the ground bus. Ground, everything.
Hey, I'll host for a while. How you guys doing? You guys are the best.
I look like a spider with ground.
Put my finger on the screen. Up at the top, click around.
There's the finger. There's John's finger.
Still looking at it. I get her. I get her. I get her. Whoop. Hey.
Hey, there you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, everybody take care. I'll see you later.
Hey, 73, Bill.
Bill.
Stay safe, you okay? Be kind and all that.
388 to all those that deserve it.
73, good luck in the contest.
Talk to you on the HF. No, I won't.
John, I gotta hear you over there in the HF. I mean, you heard me. I gotta hear
I know.
my goal, John.
40. Maybe I'll put up the NFED. No, I ain't gonna put up the NFED today. I'm in a good mood.
No, I got
No, I mean, you know, the NFED is actually easy to put up. It's just I'm in a good mood to find out I ain't gonna talk to anybody.
You think you're gonna hear me on the NFED?
I figured out the problem.
I can a lot of trouble.
It wasn't plugged in. The mixer wasn't plugged into the Ethernet, so I couldn't see.
You don't have to put
It was
anything.
strange because the
I'll
mic
probably make
seemed to be
contact
working, but I
on the
couldn't see anything on any of the screens. And it's like,
That's what you were saying, Laura.
yeah,
It was, I was telling Laura, she says, I don't know why you even bother with HF. You're no good at it. You know,
yeah.
should have
Yeah.
married an expert. But
Yeah, my watch went off. My heart rate was up to 109. You know, I was
Yeah.
like,
I don't get it. I still want to know why they didn't grandfather the advanced up to extra.
Yeah. What the heck's all about, man? Shit. I mean, hey,
I'm telling you.
give the
That's why-
technician.
Plus, I'll never pass the code portion of the test, so I can't be an extra.
I think they should do that because they're giving the technician more space. They want to give them to open up the band for them, but they won't open up the band for me. What the heck is that all about?
I agree. You know.
yeah,
We got in the club, so you can only get on
We
220.
listened to old
I
radio
wrote the
broadcasts
AWS.
of music, and you see,
This is a perfect.
you know, they come in, they set up one microphone,
When
and
they
it's
started
perfect,
that
you know, and
incentive
you know,
licensing thing,
maybe there's a lot to be said for
you know,
keeping it
that's not a
simple.
bad idea
Um,
to have the carrot,
One guy was
on the
working at the
stick.
BBC,
you know.
and they didn't have, on the remotes, they didn't have level
So,
control. And he said, what do I do?
But then you get to
Farther
general,
away Or closer.
and, you know, from tech to general, you get a huge thing of privileges.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
for extra, it's a little bit more.
Here you go, John. This is what I got today for QSL cards. Look at that.
Nice.
A lot of them.
Well, you're gonna have another one coming if I ever get on 40 meters with
I gotta earn your card over here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean, look at all these cards I got. This is just for today. This is the first. I just got these in the mail. All these cards.
All right.
I gotta send them out now too. What I get for DXing.
Yeah, well, I have heard rumors that people can talk to people far away, you know, on amateur radio. To me, it's been a myth. This high frequency stuff, you know. Estonian Field Day happened once.
All 50 states, and then I took out.
Well, I seen you talk to Italy once.
Yeah, I did talk to Italy once. I did. That was on the NFED, wasn't it?
Yep. Yeah, it was like your first or second call.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, big
In
picture.
between the tornadoes and the storm clouds and the
You know, so it was potentially the greatest field day that I could have had. And nature would have it that, hey, this ain't gonna happen, you know? It's just,
yeah, it was some unique conditions for certain.
you know, it screwed up the 3 o'clock in the morning hike. It screwed up, well, I suppose we could have taken a 3 o'clock in the morning hike if we had ponchos and hard hats maybe, but we decided against it. I don't know. All right, your turn.
That's without FTA, John, all those cards. That's without.
There's always next year.
No digital involved with that. It's all analog cards here.
Yeah, we don't do anything small here.
I want my amp, Dave. Where is it?
You'll get an email. It's only been like a month, Paul. It took about 2.5 months.
It took 2 months for you?
Oh yeah.
Oh, then that's again. I got a waiting. A little bit, yeah.
It took, yeah, 6. I think they told me 90 days, and I think it was like 4 weeks. And he said, "Hey, it'll be there in a week." I said, "Okay."
He told me there's a lot of people out there looking for those things. There was that problem before.
I hear a lot of them on the air now.
I'm pretty patient. I wait for parts all the time. I got radio stacked up on the shelves waiting for parts. People wonder why I can't fix them. I said, well, I can't get the part for them. You know? Have a little patience.
Huh.
You gotta be willing to leave the radio here. You can leave it here, then don't bring it.
Oh, I think they moved Juliet.
Oh, wow.
Well, oh, that amp's gonna look good on my table. I feel it. I like that.
Oh, you'll like it.
Take that Ameritron and sell that thing and use that one. You got that Ameritron one. That one out of there. That one.
Okay.
Yeah.
You stick that thing in a watt meter just to see what. Did you have it on a
It's
watt?
got, it has a built-in one too, but yeah, I did. They read the same.
Same?
So,
You're always gonna
yep.
you're never gonna get the same reading for one meter to the other. You're always gonna get minus.
Well, the difference between 1200 and 1220 is not going to be noticeable on the other end.
No, that's not even what I worry about.
Yeah, I don't worry about none of it. I keep my radio at about 20 watts and it puts out what it puts out.
I could probably take that, have that thing up, and it'll be different meter. My meters, I know that. It's always gonna be happen that way. It's just not that much of a difference. It doesn't bother me.
There's no difference. You'll know it's working. Believe me.
If I could have everybody's attention real quick, sorry there. We were doing a 50-50 raffle here. And we need to have Brandy pick a number and see who our big winner is here.
Well, I can't do that. I'm over here. That would be
And technically the meeting is done.
Hey man,
So,
before she give us a ticket here.
Yeah, I want to
John, buy me a ticket.
You want a ticket?
John, buy me a ticket.
Buy me a ticket.
Dave, you want a ticket? John's buying.
Awesome. That would be awesome. I owe you a cup of coffee.
We got coffee here too.
I'm about 100 miles away. I ain't gonna be there in time.
Collect your, somebody can collect you by anonymous.
In fact, John, while you're there, I'll let you pick the lucky raffle ticket. Mhm.
That's good. Have a
You're gonna
raffle.
do this now?
CBDs.
All right, everybody's all hanging on here.
Having CB things we had.
You got some money going on. You got some big bucks.
Oh, big bucks flowing there.
So say that again.
Your ticket is 057361, just for your information.
361. Okay.
Okay. And here, I'll let you hang on and I'll let
Oh,
you.
hang on.
Equipment fish bowl or what?
Folks, I got this one. This is the crew. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Yes.
Yeah.
Are we doing who's doing a drawing? All right. President's doing the drawing. But they have to manipulate the tickets.
Manipulate the tickets.
What the hell are you doing over there, Brandy? Taking a test?
Ah!
What
What happened in the fish? I thought you put them in like in a fish bowl, throw them in a plastic bowl. What happened with that thing? Gotta get you a plastic bowl so you can throw it in there.
I gotta get one of them spinny things.
Yeah, that's what I want. Yeah, that's the thing.
I have a winning ticket.
You have a winning ticket?
And number
03.
336.
Damn it, we just missed.
Oh, boy.
What's that, like 5 people before me? Come on.
What does it tell you?
Did you say 326 or 336? That's not me then. So I'm calling I'm calling shenanigans on this. $336.
Are you like me? Yeah.
Oh, shenanigans.
There could be 3 tickets in there, and 2 other people would win before me.
There's only 2 tickets in the bowl, man.
Bullshit.
Well, thanks anyway, John.
Yeah. You know, I don't know how you guys feel about this drawing, but I think I'm gonna raise an objection. What? I can't do it myself.
I'll second that.
There you go. Here, hold up.
All right. Here, follow me, show the, so I'm not. There's my.
You should drive. Drive
I
on
just figured we gotta
the ground strap underneath your truck. Drag it on the ground. You gotta get true ground, man. Car roof on the ground, maybe you gotta get the ground.
This is all my. Okay. And then we got $40 plus the $8, so $98. Oh, wait. I have to make it even under.
We hear his number, but who actually won it?
They did. Laura.
Who? Laura. Well, congratulations.
Right.
Thank you so much. Waiting for my picture to come up. It just won't swing around. Come on. There we go. That's me.
There you are.
Awesome.
You want to?
Well, John, you know who's buying lunch today anyway, right?
That's me. That would be,
Lou Malnati's pizza for supper.
that would be sweet.
There's some Chinese.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna end up doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Always. Yeah, I know, right?
You got a Chinese place right down the road. They got some good stuff down there. I get it all the time.
I know the wife wants to go to some place in Chicago for sushi. You eat what the chef decides he's in the mood to make you.
You can have that. I want my stuff cooked. I don't want nothing wrong. I want to cook it. I tried sushi and I just said, oh, I can't eat this stuff.
What? Oh, it's good stuff, man.
You guys with your sushi, man. You're like my sister. Just eat that stuff, man. No, I can't eat it. Gotta have a cook, Dave. Gotta have a cook.
The disposal. Yeah.
When I catch
Not
my
exactly raw.
Steve would get along because I like catfish.
It's even $100 if you donate your thing.
Everybody likes catfish.
$2 on a donation.
I go right up here in the local, right up here, Azusa Canyon, local thing. And there's put my pole in there and get them.
There you go.
Got some rainbow trout one a couple times. That was good.
Yeah.
Some fresh water.
You're giving me the approval. Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
Steve, I just wanted to hand this over to you.
Huh?
I just wanted to hand it over to you. It's $100. That's the winnings for today's
Oh, okay.
thing and donations as well.
All right.
Going to the bank.
Okay. All right, I'll make a run.
Right.
So John, come on over here and see my porcupine.
So I'll send it to Bradley.
Will do.
My house full of my house looks like a porcupine. Got antennas all over the place. Neighbors love me.
What? Yeah, it's pretty good. I did. Now I
Oh, maybe we could get it ready.
Neighbors say, just take down my antennas. They look like crap. I said, I've been here 30 years. I'm not gonna take nothing down.
Hey, oh, shoot, I know what I wanted to ask. Is Calvin there?
Yeah, Kelvin is here.
Yes.
You got a question for him?
Did he ever get out and do his, yeah, ask him about POTA. Did he ever get out and do that yet?
Everybody.
Hang on 1 second. Hey, Kelvin. Dave's got a question for you.
What's up, Dave?
Did you ever go and activate that park yet?
We're talking about that now. Park Sanier, we're talking about it.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, we're talking about that right now.
Get out there and activate that rascal.
We are.
Yeah.
Now that we got more retired people that's retired.
Oh, you'll have a ball.
Yeah. All right, man. I'm gonna give you back the law.
Okay, you guys have a good weekend.
Right.
I'll let you guys go. I gotta pay attention up here. I gotta get off the interstate. So
Okay.
I'll see you guys next week, hopefully in person at the breakfast.
All right. Sounds good.
Take care of 73. Stay safe. Well, catch you on the lake, fellas.
Okay. Bye, y'all.
Yeah.
Ah. Hey, Lee, what happened? He left. John's gone again. There he is.
You take 20 minutes to get your audience.
Hey, John, we gotta get together. We gotta go scavenge. But then we'll find a lot of stuff over in California. We'll get back with
Yeah,
you.
he would love to scavenge.
We can go, hey, me and you, John, we'll go scavenging. We'll find a lot of stuff in California, boy. A lot of junk. Believe me, I find a lot of stuff over here. California's a waste city, waste city.
Yeah, John always has good luck wherever he goes.
Yeah, I told John I got that chair and I got the disc. I got a lot of stuff, man. Like the chair in my room there, man. I tell you, that's a good chair. Perfectly good lumbar chair to put away. Really people. No, I could see it was worn out. That's got to it or something. You go out and buy one right on the street.
Or you pull out the antenna and you pull the little topper off. So now you need to need loads to get the antenna on the walkie-talkie, and then you pull that to her, and you don't know that you get another one. Or you take a screw and put it in there. But what you didn't realize is that it's two sides. Now it ain't the right length, but you don't know that, you know.
Yeah.
Then you wonder, why is this kid? It shouldn't be getting. And then how come I don't see too good out of the right eye anymore? What the hell's going on? Which? Yeah. They're saying.
It's a lot.
If I'm using then this thing is like here. Yeah. So this. And I get on it. Still around two. And it has an effect. And it has an effect.
Yeah, but has it affected you?
Has what affected me? I mean, that thing is kind of scary, but my 220s. And here's another reason I gave you a job. You know, well, look right there. You know, I could probably handle this.
I can do that.
I'll bring a shirt.
Oh. All righty. Oh, I can be Woody. Thanks. Got a goosebumps.
Yes.
All right. We're doing some testing up here. Test, sibilants.
Do you need audio? Turn the mute down.
Hey, Jim.
Hey, folks, how are
You have to mute for a second. Hang on.
you? You know, the 220 megahertz guys, Amateur Radio Club's got a meet and greet breakfast every Saturday at PJ Club's Restaurant in 8,000 West Ogden. When you're a next control operator, you know. Yes, no, just go over to Brady for the weather. Hey. In the world. Laura, many people come and they say, why should I get that? Well, because computers is essentially like just enough people. It works for me too. You know, Laura, that these guys have a couple of them. Well, the original presentation was every Saturday at 9 p.m. local time. This feature deal with current green handcast by our very own Jim Holly. On Sundays, hosted by Steve KB9DSQ or Carol, 89RF with all those points. It's a great night. Yes, don't forget Laura about Rash at AC. Check out the Rain Report webpage at therainreport.com. Check out our webpage at wm9w.org. Email address is membership@wm9w.org. Chicago 60638. This is 89BYW for WM9W Chicago. Back to you. Our attorney, Bill Bixby.
No, there was no Bill Bixby.
Generalissimo Francisco Franco.
He's still there.
He's still
Oh my goodness,
Arlo
who the heck
Guthrie, I
did-
believe. 106. Hiram Percy Maxim.
No, I wasn't him either.
Yeah.
I don't think he was there.
Uh,
Who else was there?
Al Lindner from In Fisherman.
No, no.
No.
he wasn't there. No. Who's on first?
What's on second?
Where's your phone?
I have no idea what.
Okay. Well, it's probably over with your stuff. Not to be confused with Laura's stuff.
Laura's stuff is much different.
Every night on the night crawlers, Wednesday through Saturday. Catch us there live.
Are we good? We're good. We're clear.
Siblings?
You know, we should do a podcast. Ask a net controller. That'd be a new segment on the net. Ask a net controller. Wouldn't you want to be a net controller too?
Net controller.
Good, then you should run tonight's net. I gotta run the rain tonight.
Oh, no, don't do.
All right, everybody. I think we're gonna call it quits here and thank everybody for coming and we'll see you all again soon. See you in the night crawlers. 73.